One of FarmBright's most valuable features is its ease of access to data, especially on a mobile device. You can take your phone with you out in the field and have access to all of your past data for your animals, crops, fields, equipment, and much more. You can, of course, create specific historical records to track things like crop nutrient applications, livestock measurements, or past equipment services. But we also know that sometimes you just need to jot down some thoughts and observations and make sure you follow up on them. If you are used to carrying around a little notebook and a pen in your pocket, why not ditch that and create electronic notes in FarmBright instead? That way they're always accessible and won't get filed away in a folder in the office when you really need to reference them out in the field. You can also create tasks from these notes and then easily report on them later. Let's take a look at the software and I'll show you how. First, know that while I'm recording this on the desktop version so you can see it better in the video, all of the features I'll outline here are available in FarmBright's mobile experience as well. You can also record notes in FarmBright's offline scout mode. So if you're in a rural field with no internet connection, you can still record notes and tasks from that location. The easiest way to quickly take a note when you're out in the field is to use the Quick Add button. Just click the green plus button, choose Note, and you'll immediately see a new window to take your note. The first field for you to complete is Associated to. This is where you can tell the system what record to connect this note with. You can make that connection to livestock, equipment, plants, fields, groups, and contacts. You'll just search for what you're looking for, and the software will show relevant records that meet your search criteria to select from. Pick the record, and then select the date for the note as well. You'll then write the note in the main field. The box to write the note also includes a content editor, so feel free to customize your note with text size, bold, italics, underline, colors, lists, and even hyperlinks. You can also add a mapped location that will use your device's GPS to pinpoint the location that you're writing the note and include a pin. This could be very useful if the note will require a follow up task and you'll need to reference back to the location you made the observation. This could be more precise than writing something like the northwest fence in paddock 5. But note that it uses your device's signal for this, so it's dependent on where your mobile data connection or Wi Fi network plots you. You can also drag the pin to be more precise if you need. You could then add an attachment, which could come in handy to take a photo of your observation. If you're using this on a mobile device with a camera, you'll be able to take a picture and attach it here immediately as well. From our desktop version, we'll click Add Attachment and upload a picture of our animal. You can then add keywords, which will be displayed on reports and could come in handy when you are searching through notes later. These are customizable and entirely up to you. You can optionally write whatever text would help you when searching for this note or browsing through them later. It might be a topic or category, or perhaps something like alert or flagged. The next option would be to assign a task for this note. Some notes will require this, and others might not. If there's something that needs to be done to address the subject of the note, you can choose who to assign the follow up task to, and your colleagues can optionally receive mobile push notifications and emails alerting them to this. So they'll know right away that something needs to be done. Or you might choose yourself from this menu and add it to your own task list. The last selection lets you add this note as an event on your schedule. If you check this box, the note will be displayed and linked on the calendar. We'll click Save in the bottom right, and the note has now been recorded and associated with the record we chose. So where do we see it now? Well, first, it's obviously useful to have it displayed on the record. So let's go to that animal, go to his Notes tab, and see that it is recorded and accessible right here. That way you can reference it the next time you are working with that animal in the field. You can click the text to bring up additional details, where you can find the map location and any attachments as well. Now going back one page, we'll also see the note reflected in the animal's recent activity. You might make it part of your process to check that history to see notes that your colleagues have written before working with an animal to ensure that you have the most up to date information about them. And of course, see that you can also record a new note here if you have additional details and specifics to add. You don't always have to add them from the Quick Add menu. You can use the Record Activity button or go to the Notes tab and write a new one here as well. And since we created a task from the note, we'll also see this reflected on this animal's Tasks tab. And if we navigate to the main task list, we'll also see it shown here. That way we can be sure that our farmhand sees this and completes the required follow-up. And one last place, since we also added it to the schedule, we'll also see it added here too. And those are all great ways for you to see these notes as you're working with the task list, calendar, and individual records. But if you're the farm manager and are interested in seeing all of the notes taken for your livestock and crop records, you can navigate to Reports, and you'll find notes there too. We can choose the Livestock tab and find our Livestock Notes report, which easily lets us see all the notes that we've written. You'll find something similar under Plantings reports. You can choose notes from here and see the notes for your crops. Both of these reports can be customized, letting you choose the columns that you want to see and the order that they're displayed in, and also letting you set filters and preferences to find notes for just specific records. And if you wanted to build your own from scratch, you can choose Custom Reports, and you'll find a section for crop notes and another for livestock notes. All right, that covers the basics for how to take notes and add tasks from them. Reach out to us if you have any questions about how you can use this feature.